Trying to control the outcomes of situations you have no control over can cause you to lose your focus on the things that you do have control over. This video will give you strategies to shift your focus from what is out of your control to what is in your control. There is little in this world you truly have control over. Honestly, the only thing that you 100% control is you. You control what you say, what you do, and how you conduct yourself. You control how you respond to things and where you put your focus. As much as we would love to control other people and other situations around us, we can't. So why do we spend an endless amount of time trying to control things we have no control over? The need to control stems from a desire for safety, predictability, and success. It helps us manage the fear of the unknown, avoid failure, and protect ourselves from harm. We know we need to get better at letting go of things out of our control, but how do you move past your desire to control every situation? Is it as easy as Elsa says, let it go, let it go? I wish it was, but it's not. There are, however, strategies you can do to shift your mind from worrying to action. First, let's look at a few examples. Let's say a deadline is missed that will cost your business money. Can you control that the deadline was missed? No. Can you control what happens next? Yes. If you waste time fretting about the missed deadline, talking about the missed deadline, telling everyone how awful the person is for missing the deadline and the possible outcomes as a result, you are gaining nothing. What do you need to do instead? You state the fact. We missed the deadline. Then create a plan and tell your team, this is what we are going to do to make it right. Worry about everything else after there is a plan and it has been executed. There is nothing you can do to go back and undo the missed deadline, nor can you control the consequences of missing the deadline. All you control is what you do in the middle. How about this example? This one is very close to home for me because we're living it right now. Let's say that you're told you are losing key members of your leadership team. The law seems to cut you off at the knees and you're not even sure how you are going to move forward and still get the same results. You get angry, you plead your case for it not to happen, talk about it with other people, and even complain about it, and so on and so on. At this point, you've done nothing but stir up more people to feel the same way you do. You know the change is happening, but you refuse to accept it. The fact is, you have no control over the change, and getting upset about it changes nothing. We do all that we can to maintain control over the situation, even if control isn't possible. And when this happens, we often get stuck in the world of what ifs and complaining, and neither move you forward. If you want to move from control freak to solution seeker, here are 3 practical steps to reframe your thinking. First, let go of what if thinking. What if scenarios create unnecessary stress and anxiety about things you can't control, and it can cause you to stay in an unproductive loop. Letting go of these hypothetical worries helps you focus on the present. Whenever you find yourself thinking, what if this happens, shift to asking, what is happening right now? Or focus on the facts of the issue. This is what happened. The fact is, what has happened can't be undone, and what is happening next can't be predicted. Next, acknowledge what you can and can't control. Clearly identify the things outside of your control so you can shift your focus to areas where you have influence. This helps reduce frustration over things that you can't control. And if you're really struggling, make a list. Sometimes having a visual can help you shift your focus. In my last example, I have no control over the fact that I'm losing members of my leadership team. I do, however, have control over how I respond to the loss as well as what I do next. Once you're clear on what is in your control, focus your response on next steps. While you can't control external events or things that have already happened, you can control how you react and what you do next. Ask yourself, what can I do right now to handle this in the best way possible? Or what needs to happen to resolve the issue or the problem? This shifts your mindset from worrying and complaining to action. There you go. It is as simple as that. Let go, acknowledge, and respond. Let go of what you can't change, acknowledge what you can change, and respond with action. Have you ever heard of the Serenity Prayer? I've seen it several times, but it's not something I say often. When thinking about letting go of things you can't control, it is a perfect prayer to pray. It says, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. I don't think it can be any simpler than that. Next time you find yourself getting caught up in what you can't control, remember to let go, acknowledge, and respond, or just recite the Serenity Prayer. If you type Serenity Prayer into your search engine, you can find a great image of the prayer to print off and post in your room or office. Thank you for joining Great to Lead. I hope you have found value in the content today. Until next week, strive to be a leader who inspires and leads with greatness.